Call the school board meeting to order of May the 8th. Joe, will take a roll call, please.
Ronald Andes.
Here.
Dick Fink.
Here.
John Westfall.
Here.
Bobby Dornfeld.
Here.
Dave Ogenow.
Here.
And then Jim Congdon. Present. Present.
Proof of notice.
As listed in the agenda.
At this time, I will turn it over to Scott Sable to conduct the election.
All right, we'll take nominations for president at this point in time.
I'd like to nominate John.
Okay.
Westphal.
I will second that. Or do we not need a second?
Really not needed, but we always did.
Okay, and then all those in favor?
Nope,
The-
can't do that.
No,
If
no,
there's more,
no.
if there's more nominations.
See, hey, I'm just on it. Any other nominations, because then we
We
have
have to do it
ballots
3
for that.
times, 3 times.
What I gotta do. Okay, any other nominations? And then any other nominations?
That would be 3 votes.
Okay, so then it's
Gotta
gonna
ask
be
for a
around,
motion, ask for a motion to close nominations and.
I need coaching in this clearly. All right,
Close
so,
nominations. Have a
I move
unanimous
to
vote.
close nominations and have the clerk cast unanimous ballot for John Westphal.
okay,
And then you need a vote on that.
don't need a second.
They need a second.
Let's take one. Let's take it.
I'll second it.
Okay, thanks, Dave. I could have just educated that we need to have a vote
I'll bring the card along.
close it. So now we'll just go, let's
All in
start.
favor, say aye, or?
Yeah? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Okay, 7-0.
Thank you.
I just got a mean one to tell about it.
Stressful.
Okay, nominations are now open for vice president.
I would like to nominate Richard Fink.
I'd like to nominate David Ogenow.
This way,
Oh,
James Condon nominated.
Dick Fink.
And Joel, Dave.
Dave Ogenow.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Nominations are closed. We will now do a paper ballot.
Do we need to sign them?
You should sign them.
Either vote for me or Dave.
Right.
Okay. And then
Put
you gotta
your
sign your name on
on
the other side.
Right. And then turn them in to Scott.
I'll take notes on this so I have this for next
I'll bring the card along.
year. There, perfect.
I got a cheat sheet at home.
Yep. Pass it down, Jim.
Okay, how do you want me to handle this? Just tell you the count?
The winner.
The winner is Mr. Fink.
Thank you.
Do I need to have a,
I've got it organized, you can say the number, whatever you need.
We don't need the number.
Okay. I'll put them with Janet.
Yeah. Put them in the vault for 20 years.
Yeah, you gotta keep them.
So Dick Fink is declared the winner for vice president. Nominations are, I'm taking nominations now for clerk.
I'd like to nominate Dave Ogenow.
Are there any other nominations?
Joe didn't like the job?
Oh.
Okay,
See
I
if we
nominate
can spread the
Joe.
wealth around.
You only had it for,
Are there any other nominations?
Joel, I
So-
nominate Joel.
If you get a second on that.
You don't
get a
need-
second
you don't
right now,
need-
no.
You don't need one.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there any other nominations? If not, I need a motion to close nominations and vote a unanimous vote for Dave Boganoff. Motion by Joe, seconded
Second.
by Ron. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, Dave.
You gotta work early.
Taking nominations now for treasurer.
I'll nominate Jim Congdon.
Can you nominate yourself?
Yes.
I'll nominate myself.
Okay, time out. You nominated first.
I'm nominated.
Okay, so
Sure.
Norm Darn
Nominated Jim Congdon.
And
Joe.
Joe nominated Chauvin.
Right. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? So the position for treasurer is now closed, and we will now conduct a paper ballot. Remember to sign your name.
On the county road, there'll be three nominations.
So,
Gotta go
Mr.
with
Conjordy.
So congratulations, Jim, you are the treasurer.
Full secretary needs to.
Okay, moving on, we have approval of the agenda for tonight. Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Nord, second by Joe. Any questions on the agenda? Nord?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried, 7-0.
Okay, I thought the was I just didn't know who was supposed to get it.
Sure. Yeah. They will have to catch up now.
Yeah.
Have fun, Dave.
Which one does ask for a raise?
You get money, you get paid for this.
But the,
You get paid for this.
You're on your way to Hawaii.
50 cents a meeting.
$50 second for the year. Okay, citizens' comments. We have Tammy Shelpfeffer, would like to speak about theater.
Yes,
Come up to the podium, please.
to the podium?
Yes.
I've never been in front.
Oh,
I'm going to just have you take one of these. And what this is, it's just showing you about children's theater and how many kids we have serviced and how much money we have made through the years. Altogether, 22,245 kids have been in our program. And we started back in 1992. The reason I started the theater is because I had been asked in Beaver Dam to do a children's theater, to be the director, the vocal director, and there were 6 Mayville kids at this particular in this play, and I thought, why are 6 kids and I driving back and forth? And so I came, at that point in time, at the high school, anybody could rent a space to do, you know, if they wanted to do a play, you did a play and you paid for the lighting and whatever. And so I went and asked if I could do it, and that's how we started. I had 6 kids with their parents that helped me in 1992, and we wound up with 40 kids in that very first play. And like I said, 22,245 kids have been in all these different years. And I am asking, there is a problem with what's going on about us performing in the theater this year, so I guess I'm asking you, how can we solve this?
Okay.
What do you mean in the auditorium?
The auditorium is available. The whole building is available, however, this is in the last 20 years, this is the most significant amount of work that's going to occur to it. So what we found out was that in order to make the improvements in the HVAC, we're replacing the chiller. So it literally has to be taken out. So it's like a heart transplant. I mean, you have to take it out. So that's the challenge where we have full summer school use at the middle school, and we have a little window of time in order to try to make sure that the building, when all the kids return, when it's at full, you know, it's at what I'll call full capacity, that the building is ready to go for the beginning of the school year. When we met with our contractors today, they just looked at us like, we don't know how to do it. So we've asked for options for like temporary AC brought in, and they pretty much said it's cost ineffective.
And it don't work because it would have to come through some doorways that couldn't come through some doorways, because if we've got something going on, you need that doorway for emergency access.
So it's being discussed, I guess, and we're looking for solutions. We know what the challenge is, and we know that we've got a giant summer school schedule with lots of building activity, and we have to try to work with that as best as the best that we can. So the space is available, but it's not
Right.
AC.
But it closes a 12-day window too, and that's the big challenge.
Okay. So we talked at the high school, and they believe that they're gonna look and see if they can make sure that the high school auditorium is available.
But that doesn't work with our sets and all that stuff, because it's built for this room.
And that's where I knew that there was going to be conflict when you hear that, because literally, we don't know what to do, because we've gotta be ready for the beginning of the school year, and what you're asking is for us not to complete work. So we cannot move ahead with referendum work that is committed for summer 2018, and that's it. So after the summer, the goal is that we're not doing that level of work to the
Okay.
building again.
But you knew we were doing this since February. This is not new. Tomorrow's auditions, the next day's auditions.
Yeah. We don't know what the general contractors are going to be telling us. So we do know your concerns, and we know that we want to try to find solutions. So those, you have been heard, and we are trying to figure out what to do.
There may be a window, that's the only thing, may be a window. It all depends on when that chiller is available, because the company.
I missed the beginning of the conversation, Dave, when I personally did not hear that there's a total of 12 days with no access to the middle school. I did not hear that.
Right.
Just so you know.
Well,
So-
that's the
sorry.
time from the time summer school ends till the last performance of the play. That's a 12-day window. And if they put it off that long, they'll have to do overtime at night, and we don't want to go that route. And neither does Surefire.
So with all due respect, may I?
Sure, go ahead.
We are part of the summer school program. And we feel we should be treated fairly to have a safe environment for our students, which usually ranges between 50 to 60, and for our audience, which we normally fill the house on all 6 performances. My concern at the high school is simply safety for the kids. We have 4th graders through 8th graders, and we have an open well in the back of the stage. Is that still there?
Yeah. As far as
That's my
darkness-
safety concern with being at the high school. It's dark back there, it's not safe for children. High school students, yes. Maybe not even for high school students, I'm not even sure anymore, it's been a long time, I was
Yeah.
here in the 80s.
It's actually, we are replacing it with a larger hole in the ground, just so you know. It'll
Fantastic, great.
It'll be to a different
Little
code.
10-year-olds can go sliding down,
So-
right. That is my concern with the high school, is the safety piece of it for our children. The way I look at it, and again, with respect, when we have an auditorium full of children, just like last night, we had an auditorium, the auditorium was full last night for senior recognition. And the air conditioning was on with fans, and it was still not the most comfortable room to be in. So now we have an auditorium that's not getting any kind of air movement, which I'm not even for sure if that's even safe, not having airflow going through a building with that many children in it. And then being there Friday through the following Sunday, getting warmer and warmer and warmer. Last year, the air system was not working correctly, and we had elderly people getting up and walking out because they were not feeling well because it was so warm, and we had fans going. So that is our other concern, is the safety of our children and for our elderlies that come to our shows.
We have people from the nursing homes that come, we have the small children that come from the daycare, so we've got all ages in there. And
And
Wow.
I feel too, because we are part of the summer school program, we should have that respect. You know, summer school's still going on, even though the majority of the classes are done, we're still going on. So out of respect to the summer school program and us, which, if I'm correct, and if I am wrong, please correct me, we bring in a lot of money for the district for summer school. And I guess that's my argument. We're bringing money in for you. Why can we not have the safety for our students and the elderlies that come to our shows? I'm sure some of you have been to our shows and you know that we put on an elite program. There is nothing short of what we do for Mayville, for the music program. We're their birthplace, so to speak. And it comes down to safety. And that's what we're asking to please reconsider with Surefire. And I understand the urgency of getting this all done. I do. My children are at the high school. I am, of course, a parent that wants it done and safe. I have a child at the middle school. I want it done and safe and comfortable with a great learning experience. But I also want my children's theater to have a safe
So
learning.
then you practice after summer school's out?
We have 1 week. So summer school
Yeah,
ends
so-
June 13th.
So you get
So
done on
we
Thursday?
have that, which I'm not sure where that communication lasts because we're still summer school. So technically, summer school isn't
They
over
missed that one day
until
originally.
the 18th.
In
So,
my world, I want you to be aware, when I came here, well, here's what I know. Everybody loves the program that you run. You are known all over the area, and the amount of attendance you get is phenomenal. You are a valued part of summer school, and you do generate money. So summer school generates FTE. FTE impacts our overall revenue limit, and it is, I can do the math and pretty much say you're a profit maker for us. So there's not an ounce of this should ever be that you have been disrespected. So if you feel that way, I'm gonna say, hey, I apologize, because that is not at all what's happening. What happened was, some emails have gone back and forth, and I went to a meeting. That's as much conversations that's occurred so far about it. We know that you are not happy teachers for us, and we want you to be happy, for sure. I just need a little bit of time, because when we met today, we could not come up with a solution yet. So we are absolutely solution-minded, and we want to figure something out. So, but for you,
Put them in the shower center.
you have a sense of urgency big time.
yeah, whoa, that would be fun.
You know, so you have a sense of urgency, and I do get that.
Yes.
And-
our sense of urgency is the kids are coming tomorrow.
but they're coming tomorrow and we're good, because we're talking, for me, we're ahead of this,
Okay,
right? We have time. But when I met with them today, they didn't have the same pace either. They had the sense of urgency that you did. So within the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have to work out the kinks on what's happening. And I'm committed to you to show, we're gonna sure try. I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I may ask for some flexibility too. So let's see what we can do, giving and taking. And I know you do have a set schedule. I do understand you operate in summer school mode. Mrs. LeBoton is probably in your camp 100% too. So,
Well, sure she
and we
is.
haven't talked that much, but I just know she's gonna advocate too, which we all are. So please just know, okay, got it. Let's see what we can do,
Well,
and I say that very loose though. I don't
What we're
know.
really, we're worried about is that we would not be able to have the play, and our 8th graders are also worried because this is the year they star.
Yeah,
They're the ones that get the big parts, and they don't wanna be cheated,
you bet.
and we don't want it to happen, and we don't wanna take their money if we're, tomorrow is when money comes in, and we don't wanna have the money, and then maybe we're not gonna have this play, and then we have to give this
See,
all back.
I've never thought that the whole entire time. So it's been, okay, we got a challenge, we'll figure it out. I didn't understand about the 12 days of not having access. That's new to me as of this meeting even. And I was in a meeting where they talked about it for like 40 minutes almost today. So, okay, got it. And we have owners meeting every Tuesday. So, but I can already start to do a little bit more sense of urgency on the topic tomorrow. I threw out temporary AC as options, and that didn't go well, so I think the idea may be to bring Surefire in, which is great, a good local partner. So just have a meeting, but soon. I get the urgency part, because I don't want you to have to think about canceling. That never hit my frame of mind.
It's mine.
Okay.
Could you move it up? Yeah, go ahead.
Would the high school be a possibility if you put a temporary barrier in the back to
That's fine.
protect people from falling, because we want to work together, right? Is that a
Yeah.
possibility? And it's
So we
only
can
for
get
a
lights
few
on
days?
back there, we can put barriers up, I mean, we could create a solution that I think would be acceptable.
What's the reason for 12 days of no access?
It literally is,
They get done on the 7th with summer school, correct? On the Thursday.
When you're saying no access, though, what are you talking about? No
Yeah,
access
what's
to
the
that's
no
what I said
access?
today.
The entire building, because that
The high
affects,
school.
that affects a
Yeah.
whole lot of other things, like.
No, that's an adult, that's different than having, so, well, we need to take some time to figure out what the challenges are exactly. But right now, I thought the only challenge was that, well, that's a big one, right?
Yeah.
But that there wasn't AC in that space.
so what we were told was that
It was
the heating
too hot
system, the
last
cooling
year.
system
Yeah.
was closing down as of the last day of summer school, which is July 13th, is that correct?
No, I think it says
July 13th, correct? 12th, okay. So we were told that everything's getting shut down and that they needed a full week of everything shut down before they can do their renovations and fixing and whatever.
Yeah.
So when we found out that they were closing everything down, all the heat and everything, we were concerned that that's our final week, that's our dress rehearsal, that's our performances for the safety of everybody. Because last year we even struggled with the system, it wasn't working properly, and we had fans, and the janitors and everybody worked with us. I mean, we
But
can't
it
complain
was-
about how they
Yeah.
tried to help us,
It
we
was,
can't complain
yeah.
that way.
And you were there the first day.
Yeah, it was
You can
too-
imagine the 6th day.
It was too hot as we were limping through,
Right.
so.
So it was our concern that now we're going from, the system shut down midweek last year, now the system's getting turned off as of that Friday. Now we have a full 8 days of nothing.
Because the high school is not going to be air conditioned either.
Yeah, and that's even worse. That'll even be more musty and sticky.
They're not sure.
Look who walked in. Joel, okay,
We promised them the world, I'll talk them out.
I just got confused tonight, okay, is there a 12-day window when our middle school is not accessible this summer? Because maybe I just misunderstood
No,
what
not,
somebody said.
it's not that it's not accessible.
Yeah,
The point that